Michael, like, he tried to like wave at me, like, and I'm like, I'm in my head, I'm thinking,
I went like this. I went,
no. You were like, and I was like, we've never discussed this before. Like, I don't know this one.
So you got away from playing footsies.
Yeah,
we did. We're getting better at talking, I guess.
Well, we're learning to, or I'm learning to give Mike a chance to talk.
Some of that.
I mean, I watched the last 10 episodes and I still haven't seen that yet.
Whatever. That last one we put out, he didn't even talk.
Yeah, but I think he just didn't. I don't think he really knew what to say.
No. I'll tell you what happened on that one. Their baby. So I don't know if you watched it, but it has a Zoom thing on it, on their iPad.
Oh yeah.
And it was following him or her.
It's like an optical zoom that follows the voice, and it gets weird.
So I got kind of motion sickness staring here, like watching it. And then there was a 7-minute part that I had to cut out because of the dog and the baby crying. Yeah. I was engaged, but I don't know, 30 minutes into it, 25 minutes into it, once that baby started crying, like I couldn't. I was so distracted.
He's a fucking zombie, dude. He's like
he's got fucking 36 kids at home.
I know.
One baby crying distracts him. No wonder Kelly has so much problem.
He's
distracted.
We had a big conversation about this. I'm like, don't you have 10 kids?
Yeah, but it's different. Like, to me, that's what I'm hearing. So I can't hear the person tell this like amazing story. Like, it was an amazing story of how Josh overcame all those obstacles, and I couldn't hear it.
Yeah.
So.
And it wasn't crying. It was like,
But I can't remember. I mean, because I think 90% of it I ran and listened to it, and then the last part of it I watched it I had it on my Surface while I was working.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't remember what I was gonna say.
You watched?
Oh, did y'all have headphones on? Or I know y'all were doing it on Zoom, but
yeah, we always have headphones.
Okay,
no.
So then it's like even louder in your head.
Yeah, it was. He always keeps them a little higher because it switches. And
also I keep my headphones pretty jacked up because I'm deaf out of my ear.
What?
Huh?
Yeah. Hey, you're a good. Do you send him the snaps?
He don't send me shit no more. I don't think we're friends.
He's a good friend, dude. He listens to like every podcast. He'll snap.
Why would he snap me too? I'm
Well,
like,
I do snap you.
just dick pics.
He probably doesn't. That was good.
I just try to keep communication short.
That was good shit. But he listens to the podcast and he'll provide feedback and stuff. So he's a good friend.
Yeah. I as soon as it releases that morning, I'm listening on the road.
We at the end of 2021, Spotify or Anchor did how Spotify put on your blah blah blah, like your 2021 Wrapped or whatever it was called.
Sure.
We also got that as like the podcast, like how many listeners you get and all that. And the largest chunk of our listening group, our listening audience, is from 4 a.m. to like 10 a.m. And I was like, dude, that's Hickey.
Yeah.
Like fucking Hicks is carrying it, dude.
We always will have though, like depending on the episode, we'll have like 20 in the morning.
Yeah, the listening ship in the morning is like the biggest jump.
People are most attentive right then and there anyway. I wouldn't want to listen to it in the evening or in the afternoon because by the end of the day, I'm like,
spent.
It. I don't want no more. I can't take any more in.
No more noise.
And then there's something about, I used to run the music and then I went to podcast. And then when y'all started y'all's podcast, I would listen to y'all's podcast when there was when one's out.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to lie. If I get up in the morning and
recording?
Dude, yes.
I have to.
No, he caught me one time.
Once is enough.
He never fucks up though. I'll never call him out on air.
No, it used to be up there and I could see it and I can't see it and I have to get up to see it.
It doesn't matter. If that's recording, don't worry about it.
I didn't look back.
Okay.
Last time we didn't have that.
Well, look back.
Last time we didn't have that.
Okay. All right. Finish your story.
Oh, so anyway, I'm saying I used to listen to music, then I switched to podcast. And I prefer, there's something, I don't know, it's more calming and more paying attention to what's going on in my ears when I'm not just listening to a beat. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to keep up with what's going on and I don't worry about what I'm doing on the road. I mean, like what step I'm at or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I'm not going to lie, when I get up and if y'all have a podcast that comes out and it's like 47 minutes, that's going to have to wait for another day because I don't have a workout that usually is 47 minutes long. It's usually 10 or 15 minutes over that. And I don't ever have my phone programmed to just go to the next.
Yeah. This podcast episode is brought to you by BCN Supplements. Mike and I have teamed up with BCN and we're so excited about it. Now, if you're new to the fitness world or you're just starting to get in, BCN has legitimately everything you're looking for. Whether you want healthier hair, skin, nails, if you want to get a good pre-workout drink, or if you want a vitamin, BCN has what you need. One of their products I love is their collagen mix. It's legitimately so easy to use. I know what you're thinking, why is a guy taking collagen? But it helps with everything. Muscle recovery, muscle mass. It helps with your hair, skin elasticity, and you can take it with anything. You can put it in water. You can put it in pancake mix. I take protein pancake mix, so I like to use it in that. Or you can put it in coffee if you're on the go. Just one scoop is all you need, and you're going to help your hair, your skin, muscle mass, your joints, everything. Head to bcnsubs.com to place your order today, and be sure to use CWJM to receive a whopping 10% off your next purchase. And be sure to check them out on Instagram at BCN Supplements. BCN Supplements, helping build a better you from the inside out. We're trying to get better at it's hard if someone has an uninteresting conversation or interesting topic. It's not very interesting. So we try to have questions or do a little research. Mike doesn't like to do research. He likes to organically, I guess, be able to talk to them. I like to do a little bit of research and like come up with questions, like formulate questions that I think I might want to ask during it. Like if we talk to an author, I want to read the book or go through the person's social media to understand what this person's talking about.
You would kind of want to know about them if you want them on your show a little bit.
It's so funny he says this now, because when we first started, I was like, let's do research, let's get to know them, and then you were totally against it. We keep swapping sides, but he just like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to write stuff down. I didn't want to write stuff.
Yeah, it's great. Like walking in here, no script, no plans, no, hey, what do y'all want to talk about? Nothing, just sit down and bullshit. Now, we can do this all day long.
Yeah.
You know.
When you first came on, we were a little, we still don't know what the fuck we're doing. But
fucking radio, dude. You were.
Yeah. Well,
hello, this is Jon Alba.
Curiosity with Jon and Mike. Yeah, who's this? Yeah, I mean, that's how I was trained. I was trained for, 7 years to talk like that. But we were kind of nervous to talk, and we weren't comfortable. We're still really not comfortable, but it's getting better.
Are you pretty comfortable? Yeah. Like the Sonny the Rapper one.
That was
smooth.
Good. She was a good talker too.
Yeah, no, it was good. Y'all sounded intelligent about her music and all the Houston area musicians and stuff. So it wasn't like illiterate talking.
Yeah.
And you can really get on someone's level. And if you go and do just a little bit of research, you find out about all the different lifestyles that are out there. Then you can have an educated conversation with someone, and it not just like take their word for them. Like if I sit up here and told you, keto is the only way or whatever, and you had no other research behind it or anything.
Yeah.
I go down. I'm one of those people that can go down those rabbit holes, man. I listen to a person talk that I like.
Yeah.
And I dive off the deep end. I have to sometimes pull myself back.
Someone has to.
No,
sometimes it's me.
No, it's not. It's never Mike. Never Mike.
And but the thing about Mike is when y'all get going, like Mike is speechless sometimes, but it's because his wheels are turning because he's thinking of this long, drawn out fucking question.
Mike is very emotional.
Yeah.
That's a conclusion.
It's not bad. You're just you like we talked earlier. You attach emotion to things a lot more. You're more feminine. I'm not dogging you. You're just a more feminine type of guy.
Even though he has shinier legs than you do.
Yeah, he shaves his legs, and he's telling me this.
Hey, but there's a thing about shaving your legs. Like I'm almost to the point where you got to shave them to make them look right.
Yeah,
like you can flex them all day, and you can see a little definition. But when you shave them, you're like, whoa.
Oh yeah,
it adds to it.
It's like shaving your chest and your stomach. Like it looks nice.
All the cool kids are doing it, and I like to follow. So.
For sure. I also like that he does research now, but I like to ask the questions as if I were a listener that doesn't know anything.
Right.
Because if y'all are just talking on this high level about something specific, the listener's not. A lot of times John's been asking like, hey, we don't know what that means. Can you explain that to us? Because oftentimes I don't either. And then the viewers are like, or listeners are like, what are y'all talking about? So I like to address it like, get like the some of the fundamental basics of what we're talking about, and then we'll go a little more high level and know a little bit more about the guests. So, because we can talk about you right now, we know a lot about you because we've known you for a long time, but some people don't even know who we're talking to right now.
Nope.
Who is it?
That's one thing we changed too. We don't do the formal. Sometimes we do, but a lot of the times we don't.
That was some of the feedback I gave. Was like, y'all can go 10, 15 minutes into a podcast and like never introduce the person.
The hope is that the people would click on the name, like, okay, so this is, they see a thumbnail, this is James, the keto coach or the Brazosport college president. All right, I'm going to listen to this guy. And then, but if it's someone, I don't know, I think we had like the doctor, like introduce himself and give his credentials before we dive off into talking about COVID,
right.
you know? So, so introduce yourself, buddy.
Hey.
We need to.
Hey, who's this?
Hey. Well, for those that don't know me, my name is James Hicks. I run a keto blog. And I've been keto for 4 years. I know these yahoos. I've been working with them for the last 10 years. So these are my homies. We like to run. We like to do things together.
So keto.
Keto.
You're now doing carnivore.
Yep.
You're about what? 2 weeks? How
2
you
weeks
feeling?
in.
So how you feeling? How's the poops looking? All that
Man,
good stuff.
not many of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
What do you mean? Like you cut like from 1 to 2 or what?
Yeah, from at least 1 to 2 a day to maybe once
a month?
maybe every day, maybe every 2 days, whatever. But the whole stomach issues that I was having, gone.
Really?
Yeah. And so I did it for obvious reasons, not to do it to be sustainable for a long period of time, but I did it to try to find out what's going on with my guts. And I've gone through this roller coaster of the last 4 years of, hey, I fixed my gut problems by going keto, and then I would introduce new things into the diet, try different things, sweets, and then I would start having problems again. I would go, oh, hey, I figured it out. Stop doing it. And then 6 months down the road, be in the middle of a race and shit myself. And then boom, I'm right back where I was again, you know?
Yeah.
And so I just got frustrated. The last marathon me and Mike went and ran, man, I was wrecking it through like 7 miles. Actually, if you look back at the results, if I'd have kept my pace the way I was, I would have won my division.
Damn.
And all that. You know, there was what, 5,000 people there, 3,000 people.
Yeah,
there,
it was
quite
impressive.
a bit. And so at miles 7 and 8, I had an attack and I couldn't find a bathroom. I mean, it took me 2 miles to find a bathroom.
Shit.
And a lot of that was walking, and it just destroyed my
Your overall pace.
my pace, my confidence in my ability to run long, and just overall, I was just disappointed. And so over this last month or so, I've thought about what I was going to do to try to make the switch. And I don't know, 2 weeks ago, I was like, today's the day. Boom, done. Steak, eggs, and cheese every day.
Really?
Love it.
I think it's important because I don't think we went over it in the second episode, the episode you're on last.
Mm-hmm.
Did you go into how you used to? I mean, you used to take Imodium, and you've had stomach problems before, so this isn't something that started when you started keto.
No.
You've lived with this, so tell us about that.
So growing up as a kid, I had stomach problems. It actually runs in my family.
Like IBS? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I've been tested for all of it. IBS, celiac, lactose intolerance. Never found anything. Of course, I was 18 years old when they did all the testing. Lots have changed now, so they could probably find something. I always come up with an excuse why not to get a 8-foot rod shoved up my ass, right? Nobody wants to do that. And
Missing out.
am I? But throughout the years, it never improved. But I was, I drank horrible drinks and ate horrible food. So I expected to have the stomach problems. Go out to eat. Couldn't leave the restaurant until I did my business. And then when I started doing keto, like everything just like went away. And, I got away from, we were like, just like Mike was saying, I used to take like 4 to 6 anti-diarrheal pills every day. Like it was candy, nothing. And, but that would just keep me regular, and then I started taking exogenous ketones and then adding in electrolytes. And then 6-8 months later, started having stomach problems again. Come to find out, My stomach doesn't like exogenous ketones.
Damn.
Stopped taking that. Problem went away.
How'd you find that out, though?
I just stopped taking them. And I actually did it like I would stop for like 3 or 4 days and then see how I felt. And then I would drink one. And the next day I would have stomach problems. So then I would go longer, not have a problem. I would drink one. Because then I was like, okay, I'm going to drink them on my day off of running. Because back then I used to only run, like I would run 4 days a week and then be off 3 days a week. I would drink them on my 3 days off, not have a problem on my off day, but the day I would go run, boom, stomach problems. So stop taking that. And then I found out that I can't eat raw spinach. I was eating spinach salads every day. And your stomach just doesn't digest raw spinach very good. At least mine doesn't. Stopped doing that. Stomach problems went away. And then just recently, it's just been real agitated. Not like the same as it used to be. Just in a sense of, I knew if I left my house to run, I was going to stay in my immediate area.
Yeah.
And so that really crimps my running style of getting out and running, because whenever you run close to your house, you don't run as long as you should, or you could, because you pass your house, you're like, okay, I'm done. You know, I don't know how you do it every day. You're right there.
It sucks.
But if I get out on the road and I run myself all the way down the road to Freedom Park from my house, I'm 2 miles from my house, I'm going to go put in some work.
Yeah.
And so.
And then you got to come back too.
Yeah, then you got to come back.
So then, you won't stop as early like you were talking about.
Yeah. So I decided to switch to carnivore. I have a lot of friends and followers on Instagram that do carnivore. Obviously, a lot of input from Jon as well. Just watching what people do and how they talk about it, and just kind of like let me do my own thing and make my own decision on it, or my own judgment on how I felt. And I'm not going to say that I feel better than I did on keto, because I consider carnivore keto, because I guarantee you, if you are doing the carnivore diet, you probably have a high level of ketones in your system, because just from eliminating carbohydrates and sugars, your body's gonna produce ketones.
Especially if you're eating like steaks with fat and all that stuff, cooking with beef tallow and that kind of stuff.
It's the base. I mean, carnivore is the basis of keto, and keto just adds a couple more things. So
yeah, keto is just more following the macro to a higher end fat, and then a lower protein, and then of course, very minimal carbohydrates, where this is a complete carbohydrate elimination diet, right? So, I mean, if you don't pay attention to the cheeses you eat, you might consume more carbohydrates than you probably should on the carnivore diet. But in theory, your eggs are nominal. It's less than a gram of carbs. So your steaks, they're all protein and fat. You're not getting any carbohydrates there. It's completely eliminating carbohydrates. So it's a little different mindset. Like, I don't worry about how much fat I'm getting. I don't worry about portion size. I eat till I'm full, and then that usually carries me for quite a while now. Yeah.
When I was doing keto, so you got me on keto. When I was doing keto, we would go out and have a cheat meal every Friday. We'd go have real pizza. Then during the week, sometimes I would make a keto pizza to get me over.
Yep.
And I would use the almond flour and the cheese, the mozzarella, all that good shit. Yep. And I started noticing, like, after 2 weeks of doing it, that my shits were just unbearable after the keto pizza. So I equated that to almond flour and cheese. So you're still consuming a large amount of cheese.
Yeah.
Does that bother your stomach at all? You don't think?
No. That's weird. I can do a lot of elimination things, but I can't eliminate cheese.
Yeah.
Well, that's a hard one.
I mean, what kind of cheese are you?
I eat hard cheeses, aged hard cheeses. Yeah. So Swiss cheese, Gouda cheese, sharp cheddar.
Yeah.
That kind of cheese.
I think that matters too. We were talking to, we had a carnivore doctor, Dr. Lisa Weidman. She's a ophthalmologist, but she's been carb free for 13 years. Yeah,
13.
And she talks about the quality of cheese too.
Right.
So she loves cheese too. And we asked her that question too: does it mess up your stomach or anything? Because me, if I have a lot of cheese, I'm fucked up, dude. Yeah. And on the runs too, like the next day after having the keto pizza, I couldn't run. I had to come in, take a shit.
I think there's some research out there that says like 90% of the population has a lactose intolerance.
Yeah. Or have
lactose allergy in some kind of way. And like if you did an at-home test and sent your things off for results, it would come back saying you have an egg white allergy and you have a lactose allergy.
Yeah.
90% of us.
That's kind of what she said too, is like if she would eliminate cheese, but it's something she likes.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like her, not cheat, but just she
flexible,
enjoys. Yeah, but if she would do it perfect, she thinks she would probably eliminate cheese.
Yeah.
But you're taking everything away. You have to have something you love in there somewhere.
Yeah, even now. So at the first like 8-9 days of going carnivore was tough because I completely stopped all the keto treats and sweets and the keto snacking in between meals or whatever. And it's not like I gained a bunch of weight or anything. It's just that I lost focus on why I chose the keto diet, right? Yeah. And then, it would just be like, oh, hey, I want cheesecake tonight. Okay, hey, I want a milkshake tonight. And every day it was always something. Yeah. And now, like, switching to this is like, okay, I can't have any sweets. I don't drink anything but Topo Chico and water anyway, but 90% Topo Chico. And so it's not coffee. I don't have to worry about any of that. And you're just really taking out vegetables. Yeah. And sweets. Yep.
That's one thing that she said that she also said about sweets too in the keto diet is like you get into it and you're in it for a few months and you get all the net benefits from it. Mm-hmm. And then you start looking at all the keto treats and that it's labeled keto and it's like, okay, well I can kind of venture off into this because it's keto friendly, mm-hmm. but it's a cookie. A cookie's a fucking cookie, like.
So there's nothing in the store that is keto friendly, period. Yeah. If it says keto, it's not. We know this. I think we talked about it last mm-hmm. time. There's so much misinformation, improper marketing. They know what they're doing. They put keto on the box. They have to meet a certain criteria in order to put keto on there. They send it out to the marketplace. The normal person goes out and goes, oh, look, it's keto and it tastes okay. It's not cardboard, but it's not that great, but it's doable. And then they consume that and they're missing the whole point, right? So it's possible to make sweets and treats using clean ingredients. There's just a way to go about it. You can't just go buy all this junk and consume it and call it good. Mm-hmm. Like when I say sweets and treats, I would make a milkshake with an MCT oil powder, and then I would put extremely clean cookies in it because there are some cookies out there that are clean. And then with almond milk and then some ice cubes. You're not going to get, that's not dirty, right? But did I need it? No, I already had probably had enough to eat. I was full, but I wanted it. Yeah. So I've broke myself of that mentality now. When I first started this, I ate a breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner. There was no snacks in between. There was no treats, nothing. Then I transitioned into the intermittent fasting where I don't eat until lunch, and I'd only eat lunch and dinner, and I never ate anything else in between. And then I just, over time, I guess more, it was more as I run and burn more calories, I need more fuel, or at least that's what I'm telling myself, Yeah. But I don't overdo it. It's just constant snacking, constant eating throughout the day. Yeah. And, but I mean, we can all agree that food's a drug. Everyone's addicted to food. Yeah. And it's the hardest thing in life to break is that addiction to food.
Mm-hmm. I give it to you, man. I've been in the store with you and talked with you many times. Like, you don't go for the stuff in the store. Like, you have some brands that are like in your mind clean, and it's very limited. Like, it might not be at the store that day. There's just particular things. So, and yeah, I remember you were very you didn't take in snacks and stuff at the beginning, but I think in every diet or lifestyle, the same kind of thing. Like, when I was vegan, I was very strict, mm-hmm. but then I would start eating vegan cookies and vegan burgers, and the next thing you know, I'm not eating any of the core ingredients that you're supposed food. To. It's all, it rolls into, that kind of thing. And you don't know, maybe when carnivore gets bigger, they're going to make, I don't know, ribeye cookies or some shit. Like, there's less to kind of work with, but damn, there might be some processed carnivore stuff that they come out with, like some jerky hybrids or something, but everything has it, and it's hard to, stop doing that. But I really like your story. Like, it's really, you put this name like Keto Guru, and it's hard to, like, you want all your progress to be successful, mm-hmm. but you have, you're a person, you're being very vocal about what you're going through. So it's like some ingredients just don't do well with you as a person.
Right.
It's not like the keto diet doesn't work. It's just you haven't found that one component that your body doesn't agree with. So I like that you don't put on social media that it's a perfect world. Like you state what you're going through, how you fixed it. Because there's probably another person out there like you or many that had good results and then they just can't find what's messing up their stomach.
Yeah, I think I'm a little, I'm not like trying to say I'm holier than thou or nothing. I don't ever claim to be the best at whatever I do or whatever, but I do follow this lifestyle very strictly. I don't deviate. We purposely don't go out to eat for that reason, to be tempted or to not understand what someone's putting into their food. Like if I can't understand what the ingredients are, whether they're clean or not processed, then I don't really want to eat it. Of course, our hand's been forced many times, birthday celebrations, cruises, vacations, that you do what you got to do. And I always feel it. Like I may not be sick, but I feel less focused. When you eat a pizza, you know exactly the feeling when you eat a pizza. It's just like that when you eat something you're not supposed to.
Even when you try to eat like keto or carnivore, they're cooking in shit that you normally don't cook in, and it's going to impact your stomach.
Yeah.
So
we were, I don't even remember where we were. I think we were in Louisiana, maybe. I ordered a piece of fish, and it was pan-seared fish. Pan-seared. Whenever I cook pan-seared, I put butter or oil in the pan, and I take a piece of fish with no breading on it, butter it up, season it up, and cook it. And it came out pan-seared, but it was battered in flour.
Oh, shit.
And so I had to like scrape the batter off of it because I waited like 45 minutes for that meal. I was traveling for work. That's what it was. And I had to scrape the batter off just to eat the inside of the fish. That's why I don't like to go out to eat. I control everything that comes to my kitchen. Me and my wife, we go and hand pick our groceries, and that's how we do it. And grocery shopping is super simple on carnivore.
Yeah.
Get a big ass block of cheese, get lots of eggs, and as many steaks as you can get your hands on.
Have you gotten into like wanting to buy your meat from, regenerative farms or farms here local? There's a lot of them around here.
Yeah. I mean, even like Butcher Box, they have beautiful meat.
Have you ordered from them?
Nah, man, I did go to order from them, but shit, they're expensive, man.
Yeah. Is it?
I'm cheap. I really am cheap.
No, he's not.
No, not in some spots.
I'm cheap in things to allows me to not be cheap in other areas, right? Okay.
Yeah.
But man,
that's expensive. Butcher Box expensive, but there are some other farms that me and Mike been looking at to have on the podcast, and their prices aren't crazy.
Yeah.
You can even like go through the process of like buying a steer
and having it slaughtered.
Yeah, having it slaughtered and get everything.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I went through that period where I didn't eat a lot of beef. It was like all chicken.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember you were eating nothing but chicken.
Yeah, I was eating nothing but chicken and fish and shrimp. But that was more of something I read about red meat in your intestines. It doesn't digest it as well. And so that was another experiment. Yeah. Like get away from red meat.
Yeah, they link red meat to like gout and things like that.
Lots of cancer.
Things. Yeah, colon cancer. You never know.
But those are all the
studies, I guess.
The antibiotics and shit that they put in animals and the types of feed that they feed them to fatten them up.
That's why you want to get it from, better like grass-fed, grass-finished.
We have a local farmer in our area. We used to work with his girlfriend or fiance. I don't know if
in Angleton?
I don't know where they're at. We need to follow up after this, but Lisa West is her man. He's a farmer. He has a ranch, and his stuff's starting to get into the stores and all that. But
there was one here, like in Angleton, I was looking at,
with a Z or something.
Yeah, but I couldn't. They didn't have like a Facebook, or I couldn't find the Facebook or Instagram. So
Lisa West, that's who we need to talk to.
Okay, it came up on Google searches, but it was like in the Angleton area.
Yeah, and don't buy into that whole Nolan Ryan farm shit because that ain't Nolan Ryan's beef.
Yeah,
that's mass produced somewhere else.
Did you? There's this correlation with chickens and like fish of being a weaker animal. So you don't want to eat them because they don't have like the proper nutrients to defend themselves. Have you heard about that?
That's bullshit. So at least that's what the carnivore guy would say.
No, it's not. That's what he says. He's like, you don't want to eat chickens. He's not saying you don't want to eat, but he's like, if you have the choice of picking your meat, you want to get something that's more that can defend itself and run. And chickens, you're just like they're a weak animal. So you have
would
weak
think
nutrients.
that a chicken could run faster than a cow.
Yeah, I think the cow.
But cows eat chickens.
Okay, but they could get away from you.
Yeah, but cows can defend themselves.
How?
You've obviously never been around cows.
I used to raise them.
No,
how do they defend themselves?
dude, they're scary motherfuckers, dude.
They charge you too.
You know, I was gonna make up a fact. I couldn't think of one. But you know, there's a lot of farmers. There's a lot of farmers that die from getting like trampled by cows.
Yeah, weak ones like you.
I've almost been trampled by one.
Yeah. They could probably just
it would go right
easy,
under
just mow right through your ass.
Dude, they're scary as shit.
Well, I mean, they're a couple thousand pounds just staring at you, especially like a big bull or something.
Yeah. Well, even like the little babies, when I go to my family's land and we try to corral them and stuff, the babies are the scary ones because they're the ones that are like, you don't know what they're gonna do, and they're 600 pounds, and you're trying to corral them, they'll fucking run, and you're not gonna stop them. Yeah.
So I'll bring it back to the carnivore discussion for a few minutes and wrap it up. But just on the carnivore discussion, I don't know how long I'm going to do it. I'm really just going to do it. So the first like 7 days that I did it, I lost like 9 pounds.
I was going to ask you
Holy
that
shit.
because you were kind of plateaued.
Yeah.
Right. And you lost 9 pounds from there.
So I had went down to my lowest weight. I had got down to the 130s unintentionally.
Damn.
And then
again, how much did you used to weigh before you started all this?
256, and then I made it down to 138, and then I made my way back up, and I've been at 155 for like a year.
Oh wow!
Like just steady 155, and it doesn't matter what I eat or how much I exercise. 155 in the morning, and then I started working out again, and I put on 8 or 9 pounds or whatever. And then a couple more pounds. And I don't even know where it came from. And I have a feeling it's from inflammation and all that. But as soon as I started to do carnivore, like instantly 9 pounds gone.
Damn.
And I hit that 9 pounds and I sit every morning when I wake up, 160 every day.
Oh, yeah, 160
Yeah,
now.
I'm at 160.
So that changed. What about mentally? How are you feeling transitioning?
I'm fine. I didn't lose focus or anything. I think
You didn't gain focus?
I didn't gain focus either because I am a pretty clear person, clear-minded, pretty focused kind of person. And I attribute that to doing keto for 4 years. I mean, that's, it really keeps you on track. What I don't understand, I do understand. It all comes down to addiction, but there's so many success stories out there where people go and lose a ton of weight, and then you hear about them putting it all back on. And I don't want to be a statistic, and I don't want to have to do all this work again. It was hard to get to where I am, and so I don't want to do that. But people aren't always willing to give up certain things to get where they want to be or stay there. They get there, they get comfortable. They're like, okay, I can have this, I can have this, I can have that. And then the next thing they know, they're starting all over again. If you troll, social media, every other story is that. It's someone struggling with, bouncing on and bouncing off. And if you want to be successful, you have to get in, dig in, and stay in, because you really mess your mind up in and out, in and out, in and out. And I like where I'm at when I'm in, so I stay in. It keeps me sharp, or at least I feel that I'm sharp and focused.
Yeah. Is it easier? So you're at your house. You work from home a lot of the times. You work out at
all
your
the
house.
time, not a lot of the time, all the time.
Is it easy? Like I find it easier, because I'm starting to work from home as well, a lot of the times, and I find it easier to keep myself motivated, not being around other people.
I mean, you can ask Mike. I mean, my cubicle was next to him all the time. Other people's food and other people's things, they never bothered me or never controlled me. We did all those startups, and they brought meals in. I didn't eat none of them, no matter how good they looked.
He was taking them home, really?
That's
I did. I actually did. I took them to my kid, but I would never eat them.
That's that is a thing. But just being at home in general, like when I had those couple weeks where we got sent home, it was, I don't know if it's the drive or being around people or something, but like I got into a nice routine because I just woke up, got started, had the kitchen here, I could run or, do what I need to do. But I really liked it a lot. And I think it's just, we're not driving to another place or talking to people.
Yeah, being around people that aren't like-minded by you. You give me shit because I get in a zone when
I don't like it.
Monday through Thursday.
Yeah.
I'm in a fucking zone, boy.
He's a cocky little shit when he starts eating healthy, and it's annoying as shit.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal. Mike, and you can attest that you've worked personally longer with Mike than I have. Mike is used to being like the shit talker. He wants to talk shit, and a lot of the times people don't talk shit back to him. He's used to being the only person that can talk shit. He's met his match.
Who?
Me. Uh-huh. And so when I talk shit to him, see how much
energy he has right now? Just like calm the fuck down.
It gets his feelings hurt. He's like, oh shit, I'm not used to this. I'm in uncharted territory right now.
It's because he doesn't get half my jokes, so he thinks he's like on top because he's missing all the jokes.
That's because half of them aren't funny.
Exactly. We need to have James on once a week.
Yeah, you like him, huh? Y'all are that meat brain shit.
We're just vibing on that level.
Yeah.
What about energy?
I'm usually.
Has it changed though?
I'm not sleeping real well right now, but
you're up at fucking 3 this morning.
Yeah, but I'm up at 1. I don't get up till 3.
Oh,
but
shit.
yeah, the city's changed some shit, man. The horns are blowing, the trains are blowing horns, and I, it took me a little while to figure it out. Actually, my daughter mentioned to me last night. She's like, "Hey, Dad, maybe it's the train horns in the middle of the night that are waking you up. Like you're up, because once I wake up, I got to go." And every day about 1 o'clock, I'm waking up. And this morning I woke up and that dude was laying on the horn, and I tried to go back to sleep. And for like 3 hours straight, they must have been making all kinds of moves through town. It was crazy. But other than that, I mean, no matter what, I'm only getting, 4 or 5 hours of sleep. When I'm up in the morning, I'm ready to go. I get my exercise in, whether it's a run or a workout. Man, I'm juiced for the day. I won't ever want to work out in the evening because this is the way to kickstart my day.
Yeah.
Whether it's a good long run or a good hard workout, there's no other better way to start your day.
Mm-hmm. I never get that with you two guys. Like you wake up and then you have to wake up. I can lay in bed for a whole nother day. And just keep sleep. I can keep sleep.
No.
I have snoozes disabled on my alarm clock and everything. There's no such thing as snooze with me.
I can snooze. I can fucking snooze with the best of them, but I like getting up early. I don't know. We always snap each other. I'll send James a snap at like 5:30 in the morning or 4:30. It's probably 4.
Yeah.
Of me taking a shit in the morning.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
We're close like that.
Whenever I was eating clean, I noticed that I didn't require as much sleep. I think you said that too when you first started keto. Like when you just were doing keto, you didn't require that much sleep, and you felt like
Might be a thing.
I don't know. I want to be like a Cam Haynes where he's like, oh, I'm up at 4, I get 4 hours of sleep. I've tried that. It don't work well for me. I need like 6.5, 7 hours of sleep at least, and then I'm good. So I go to bed by 8 and wake up at like 4.
If I get 4, I can function. I prefer at least 5. I love 6.
I love
7's
fucking 8.
But 9? Don't get me started about 9.
I don't think I can tell you the last time I got 8 hours of sleep.
It's rare when you do. Yeah.
So
I know his sleeping patterns better than he does.
Yeah. In the bushes.
He does. He tracks it. Hey, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you up so late? No, I've been up, bro. I just forgot to snap you. My bad.
Go ahead. I saw your finger.
I'm going to go into a new topic. So.
Okay. I want to ask you about bacon. I've cut out bacon this week, and I thought my fruit was making me bloated because I've been introducing fruit now. Mm-hmm. And I thought the amount of fruit that I was eating, but I cut out bacon because I figured like that's the most processed thing I'm eating. Completely eliminated my bloating. So I don't know. Do you fuck around?
I don't eat a lot of bacon.
Really?
I mean, I do. Like I may put it on a sandwich maybe once a week.
Yeah. And
then there are some crumbled bacon that I put on some things, but it's very. It's not like I'm this bacon crazy guy.
Okay. I was eating like not a lot, or maybe it is a lot, but like maybe 2 strips a day.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a lot, but
it is like one of the most highly processed meats.
Yeah. From the store for sure.
Yeah.
But I cut that out and I feel.
You know what we really need? We need a butcher. Like a hometown butcher.
We should do that.
Where you go get real cuts of meat, you go get real sliced deli meats. Because even the deli meat you go to like Kroger and get the deli meat, because that's where I get my deli meat. It's still not 100% clean.
Isn't the point of deli meat not clean? Like, can you actually get clean deli meat? Is that a thing?
There is like smoked meats that are cured with, that kind of way. There are, if you think about it, those come in a package, and with all that liquid in there, they're pumped full of,
all kinds of shit,
different shit in there. So
sounds like there's a business venture y'all can start.
And I'm not talking about Frank's Dixie Meat Market, because I'm talking about a real butcher.
Yeah,
Frank's gonna come after your ass.
We need to find some sourced food, beef and stuff, farm raised animals, and open up a fucking butcher shop.
That's a thing, dude. So it's expensive, like buying from the butcher.
Yeah.
So it's a process.
Cash me outside, boy. How about that?
How about that?
Crap, let's build all this over.
Mike can be the operator of it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Mike in there just?
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
just cutting cows up and shit.
He'd be fucking crying the whole time.
Dedicated, like I'm a dedicated vegan. Just like don't see anything wrong with what I'm doing.
Yeah, you got a salad in there while you're all bloody eating a salad.
Just fine. Shifting gears.
Shift it.
All right, Toretto.
Yeah, I forget what he said. Dang it. Live my life a quarter mile at a time. So you're starting this new business. You're wanting to coach more because you're a walking success story. Lost many pounds, and what's that looking like right now?
So, yeah, I've opened myself up to, I'm not going to call it like business, but an opportunity to help coach others. Teach people keto. You say, why would someone need a coach or whatever? Because it's not always easy to find the right answers. There's lots of information out there, and people get overwhelmed. And I know how overwhelming it can be because I've done it. So cut out the middleman, all the research, and find someone who has been there, who's done that, and who can help you on the same journey. I threw it out there, talked to a lot of my close friends, I got just a few, and decided this is the direction I wanted to go, where I would offer myself up to people. And there's many different levels of coaching that you can have. You can have hey, let's come in and have the initial conversation, try to figure out what your goals are. And then if you wanted to do, if you only thought you needed this level of help, then you would go here. If you thought you needed the extra level of help, you would go here. And if you wanted the full blown, have me come to your house and help you cook, and have me go to the store with you, have unlimited access to my cell phone, there's a level for that as well, because it is time consuming. Okay. A lot of people ask questions. I can't always be available for everyone. But if I'm in this coaching space, I would make myself available for everyone. I still do. I'm still available for everyone now anyway. My phone's always got some kind of notification, got a question about an ingredient or whatever. That's what it's all about, is helping each other. And there's no better way to do it than to be a keto coach.
Yeah. Do you have, how many people do you have right now?
So there's been some interest. I'm transitioning on working with someone right now. Just trying to get things going with her right now. They're in the middle of a move and everything. But I plan on her being my first success story.
Yeah. All you need is that one. It's weird. Like you can use yourself, but that only goes so far. You need another person to.
Yeah. You're like, oh, that was a fluke, whatever. Let's see what you do with this person. And I don't really care. I can sit here and have nobody signed up with me. I don't care. That's not my job. That's my passion, my side passion, right? I'm still going to live my life the way I live it every day, whether I'm helping someone or not. But I thought it was a good time to roll this out.
Yeah.
And have that where I can put myself out there for someone.
Are you going to integrate like anything that you learned from carnivore with it?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe use it as a tool.
Yeah.
But in the end, like I said earlier, carnivore and keto are to me, they're almost the same thing. I don't think of keto as a macro anymore like I used to. I think about it more about a restriction of carbohydrates and sugars.
Yeah.
But there's also many, many other ways that you can live your life and be successful at weight loss without having to do either one of those diets. It's not the end all be all. It's just a way. There's thousands of stories out there. You don't have to, look far to go see all the results that people are having on, doing keto. I mean, just go stroll Instagram, Facebook, and lots of good stuff out there.
Oh, absolutely.
I think it's good. You're passionate about it. You got so much knowledge that you probably just think is normal now. Like, you have to research, like people work all day and you have to research a lot to really follow keto, right? Or to know what you need to eat to get good results or to feel better. So like, I mean, that's what I would want to do. Sometimes, like even with camera stuff, I want to just talk to someone and get up to speed on everything. And then I can start doing research. I don't even know what to look up at some point. So like to just do that, level one with you, just to say like, what the hell do I do? I've been eating the standard American diet forever. I have no idea about food or labels or anything, but I like your second level, third level. I like the third level a lot because you come to someone's house, show them how to cook. Some people don't even know how to cook or read labels, go to the store, what to look for, what's good, what's bad. It's so much stuff. So, and you're passionate about it. So, go and, message them, especially like the limited cell phone, people will probably message you and feel bad that they're messaging you so much, but there's so much questions to be asked. So it's a really good deal.
Yeah. No, I don't think of it as hey, you're not a client, so I'm not going to help you, but the level of help might be different.
Yeah.
As a client, as opposed to a non-client. But like you said, I wish I had someone who would say, hey, you need to go read this. You need to follow this. Go follow this person. They have good stuff. Don't listen to this. This is misinformation, because there's a lot. I'm pretty to myself, even on social media. Like I post about me and my journey and my daily routines, right? I don't dive off into what someone else is doing. So if someone else is doing something and it's completely wrong and they're spreading misinformation, I don't get off into that. I probably should, but then you're just labeled as a Karen, right? I don't want to be that. But I'm getting very, very frustrated with what I see out there. There's more and more of that. Buy this product, it will put you in ketosis, and eat whatever you want.
Yeah.
That's the wrong message to send to people. This product is a tool to use during this diet or lifestyle change, whatever, however you want to call it. I'm going to call it a diet because that's what people call it anyway. It needs to be advertised as a tool, not as the end all be all, but it's a marketing strategy to make money. It's people's jobs. It's their livelihood. So that's what they want to say. I've taken ketones. I believe in them. I don't believe in the message that these people are putting out there about them. And it's, like I said, I just try to stay in my lane. I don't like to muddy the waters. It's not my place.
We had Sherelle Thanks on. She's real vocal about her like anxiety, and she started a YouTube channel and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And she does coaching sessions now.
I remember hers.
So she has like different tiers and stuff like that. So she still puts out like a lot of free information to everybody. Yeah. Like, hey, this is what helped me. This is what I do on a daily basis. So I can't even imagine, like, if like the same thing with you, you're putting out your runs, like how you run and what you eat. And that's a lot of,
and my recipes.
Yeah. All that shit. That's a lot of information. So you can only like imagine what you would get as if I'm coming to you for a coaching session, you know, or if you're going shopping with me, if I don't know anything about, like, it's a different level of all the stuff, considering everything that you put out right now and thinking about what you would get as a coaching session. So I think about that sometimes with Sherelle. I'm like, fuck, I need to sign up because she's putting out some good shit.
Yeah, I can imagine what the premium stuff.
I know, right?
That's the teaser. That's the bait and hook, man. Oh. Get you in. But yeah, it's time consuming in general. Like I work full time. I'm enrolled in school full time.
Fuck that.
And then whenever I want to cook, if I want to put a recipe out, I've got to go edit the post. I got to update my pictures, put it all in there. I've got to link things. Like because some of the stuff I buy online, I don't buy in stores. You know, that all takes work. But I'm happy to do it because some of it's for me to go back and reflect And to I use my own recipe sometimes. Hell, I go in there to cook. I'm like, how did I make this? And I go back to it. And
this is really good.
Oh shit, it's me.
You're videoing it.
I see a lot of people on your Facebook though, like asking, "Hey, I'm gonna make this," or "Hey, I tried that last weekend," or something like that. There's you get a lot of good feedback on
yeah, and it's very it's awesome too. Lisa works with some people that I didn't even know who they were. And they both started following me on Instagram. And I was like, okay, I don't know these people. And then they followed me on Facebook. And then I can't compare people on Instagram to my wife because my wife doesn't use Instagram.
Yeah.
But on Facebook, when I went there, she's like, oh, they know Lisa. And so then I asked her, did she know them? She's like, yeah, I work with him. And the lady's his wife. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. And, man, he's messaged me every couple of days. He started making the bread and he's making pizza. I mean, he's making killer shit. And it's awesome, right?
Yeah,
that's really cool. It just takes a little bit of effort and go out there and put that out there. Pretty awesome. And then now they're posting on their pages, and then people are like, "What is that?" And they're like, "Man, this is all low carb," and then it's getting a hype going. Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool. That's part of the free part that I love.
Yeah,
right. Just seeing it, whatever. And I didn't create that bread or anything, but I help people, figure out how to make it because it's not just cut and dry.
Yeah.
So
cool. There's going to be a lot of repeat videos, and if you present it in a way where people can understand it, and it's the same video someone else did. I mean, you need multiple resources. That was something I couldn't really wrap my head around in the past, but I know I do, and a lot of your followers and people really want to see YouTube and YouTube videos.
So I have about 1.5 semesters to go, and I'll graduate. And when I graduate, I'm not saying that's how long it's going to take, but when I graduate, I'll be able to dedicate more time to more live videos, more YouTube videos, and that kind of, and then integrating those videos into my recipes where it's like, here's how I make it. And then here's the video of watching it. And one bit of information that I do, I've gotten feedback from many people about my blog. I don't do pop-up ads. I can't stand that shit. I don't want nothing to jump in your face like click here or here's the cookie. You're trapped. None of that. I'm not about that. I hate it, and I refuse to have it on my page. There's ads at the bottom of the page. I can't take them off because I don't pay the full premium for it. But I'm not about those pop-ups and all that. So you also have to look. I think about what the content that I create.
Yeah.
Think about it whenever I'm looking at someone else's content and what I dislike. But because there's some really good blogs out there, but man, their damn marketing sucks.
So I don't take the blogs, but I would take to a video. So if I really wanted to see one of your recipes, I would want to see a video. And then you have a really good personality too. And I imagine once you get a few videos down, your personality is going to show through.
Have you seen his lives?
I saw your live. I saw the bread one.
Yeah.
And that's really good too. So, I mean, lives, official videos where you can go back and watch them. Can you go back and watch that one? Or?
I saved it. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. If you save it and you post it to your highlights, and it's there. The thing about the lives is like, that was my first one I've done. Like I'm like the most not nervous person, right? I could care less.
You don't have the frontal cortex filter.
I did speech and all that growing up, and I had to do speeches in front of people, and it doesn't bother me to get up in front of leadership or in front of a team or teach anything. Like, goddamn, turning that thing on and facing it and pushing record and going live I don't know why it's so scary. And then I think part of it too is like,
you can see yourself. I think that's like a mental thing. You can see yourself in it.
Yeah.
Also, you're live to the world. It's like you don't know who's going to come on, who's going to go off,
Yeah, and then you have people jumping on and jumping off, and then it's like, okay, why did they get in and get right out? Like, did they just accidentally swipe in here or whatever? But then you get disappointed. Like, there was some hype on the bread. Like, there was a lot of people that wanted me to do that live, which I saved it for that reason so they could go back and watch it. But damn, I probably had 30 people that I put a poll out like, hey, I'm going to do a live. Does anybody want to do this with me? Get all your recipe ingredients together and we'll do it together.
Yeah.
And like 4 people showed up to my live.
You're not famous. I mean, we talk about that all the time. I think that's a good number. When we were doing the lives at the Grit Fitness, there's like 2 people joining. So, and we got like, I think you have more followers on IG than I do. So I think that's good, but saving it like that way people can go back and watch it.
Yeah, what is it now though? Because because people not everybody can drop what they're doing at that exact moment.
Oh yeah, it's several hundred views now, but I mean, it's just popping that cherry.
But doing it consistent too. I know a lot of like social media people are like, hey, we're going to do a live every day at this time, and come in and talk about this time. I think that will help.
Yeah, I at one point I had talked about doing a lunch, not an everyday kind of thing, but like a day during the week to do lunch. But now my wife is working back at home.
God,
so now we're both there, and so it's not easy for us to both time it out. Like it's easy for me. I know what I'm going to lunch from this time to this time every day. I could do it then. She'll go back to the plant when we come back from our cruise. So maybe then, definitely like on the weekend, like I'll have more time to do things on the weekend. But like my next thing I want to do is I want to make some keto treats and sweets. But right now I don't want to make that shit and have it in my house. So I want to be able to go do that because I understand that when people go on these diet and these lifestyle changes, they need that crutch. Maybe they don't want to give up everything, so they need that sweet. And if it helps them get them through and you can make it clean, I don't have a problem doing it. So you want to have that option available too.
I think that's good. I think more of your stuff, I think what you like and what's more convenient for your lifestyle right now is the lives. There's no editing required. I know you like to be interactive with the people going on. And if you were able to put it in your routine to where when you actually put something together, you just put a camera in front of you and then just kind of be yourself, almost forget it's there until, you have to respond. I think that's the way to go. And you can keep those videos, and you realistically could put those on YouTube.
I do like it. I mean, I did like it because it just showed everything. And then you could interact, like you're saying, people ask questions, or you can just say, hey, what's up? Appreciate you joining or whatever. I can see that if you started getting lots and lots of people in there, it would be overwhelming trying to keep up. And I was trying to figure out how I was going to do it. And, I used my work phone to video, and then I used my personal phone over here so I could see if there was comments. And then I realized, I didn't need this one. I could see it just fine. But if I also thought I would do an Instagram live over here and a Facebook live at the same time, because you capture both, because some of my Facebook people aren't on Instagram, and that maybe they would show up over there. But, those are all maybe come and goes. Maybe sometime I'll just start popping in and doing lives in the evening while I cook dinner. But, in the evening, it's kind of hectic. My daughter's coming home from school. The wife's coming home from work. My father-in-law comes over for dinner just about every night. So there's a lot going on. My dog's an asshole and barks at everything.
Sounds like a good fucking story to watch. That.
Maybe those are characters in the story.
And it could be, because then the people that would join you routinely would just be accustomed to it, and it'd be like, hey, it's that time of day or whatever.
Yeah.
But
like,
yeah,
hey Lisa,
Lisa's back. Is Lisa doing it again? She's pissing you off again?
There's that bitch over there.
I feel like keto is such a broadly, widely searched term on YouTube. Like, that's probably highly searched. Like with the carnivore diets, that doctor we had on, she had like 100,000 followers or something on YouTube. So, and she doesn't have very many videos. Right. And it's not like she has a big production. She just posts videos, selfies, same thing that you would be doing. Sounds like you'd be a little more set up than that. So you might, I don't know. I hate YouTube, but I love it at the same time. So
yeah, I know it's just so much. And then it's so, goddamn, they get you so good too with the analytics. And so I don't know how y'all feel. Like at the very beginning, I was all about analytics. I was checking every post, how well it was performing, what days of the week, what times of the days, how many people did it hit, how many new followers did I get, why did I lose 30 followers today, why was this one so good and I gained 40 followers, whatever. I don't care anymore. Yeah. I used to care about having a whole bunch of followers and everything. Nah, I don't care anymore.
Are you talking about on IG?
Yeah, on IG. I prefer IG over Facebook every day, all day. I don't even the only reason I go to Facebook is if I get a message over there, because everything on Instagram automatically posts over there. I don't even go over there.
I don't believe IG data.
Well, it's definitely skewed.
We seem to get more traffic from Facebook.
Yeah. Or it depends who. We'll get traffic on our page, like Sunny the Rapper. When she posted us, then we gained like 7 followers from her. But sometimes like we'll post a reel or something, and it'll say we got like 8,000 views on it, and not a fucking single follow, like not one. So I find, like, if I find something that if I watch something and it's funny, I'm I'm a habitual follower. I'll follow that person.
It's awkward. Like you can like post a reel at like 11 a.m. today. You could use these tags, get 1,700 views in 20 minutes. And then like the rest of the day you get like 10.
Mm-hmm.
Then the next day you post again at the same exact time. You use the same exact hashtags and you get 50.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I don't believe that, chat.
I know we're running long. There's
I like
two things that I want to cover.
I just make sure the camera's on. I'm not looking at
No,
time.
I know we're still running long. And yeah, I know you had to take you like 17 weeks to edit this video.
Well, I mean, you need something to run to, right?
Whose turn is it to edit?
I don't know. It's
I think
probably
it's
going to
my
be
turn.
yours somehow.
I think it's my turn.
Oh, then it's
keep going.
Then it's gonna be in good.
Keep going.
Yeah, hour and a half.
Well, no, it'll get done on time if I do it.
There we go.
So, the whole overall health thing, I really feel so much better strength training.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, that's a big thing you adopted.
bringing it all together into strength training. Yeah, so I'd done it for a while, and then I hurt my wrist. And when I went to the doctor and I had to get a cortisone shot, I used that as an excuse to not work out anymore. Not that I didn't like it. And as a matter of fact, I thought that I was seeing results and there was little cuts and stuff coming in.
I saw them.
I was only using resistance bands, right? And so once that happened, I just stopped for a while, and I was worried I was going to re-hurt my wrist, and then I let it become an excuse to not do it. And then I was like, okay, well, it doesn't matter. I'm running 6 days a week. I'm running, 40 miles a week anyway, so I'm healthy. And then I decided that I wanted to get back into it, so then I bought me a set of the adjustable dumbbells. And then the key, though, is I got a personal trainer.
Oh, I've seen you post. Okay, yeah.
So I have a personal trainer. Her name's Heather Lunderberg. She's not local. She lives in Austin. But she builds my training plan every week and sends it to me every Sunday. I know what I'm doing every workout day, and it's tailored to me. So I am on a specific runner's program to build strength for running. I mean, it still incorporates upper and lower. And I realize going that route, so much more different than just going out there and doing my own thing and not knowing what I'm doing. I have a focused plan every day and like certain sets, and it's set up in a way to make me stronger and to help me avoid injuries. And I'm telling you, within the first couple weeks, my runs, I may not be going as long as I used to, but I feel great and I feel stronger on my runs.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Going out there on your own is probably not the best thing to do.
Well, it goes back to what Mike was talking about when you have someone providing the information, kind of like you with the keto and carnivore stuff to other people. People like, did you not lift weights when you were like younger? So you don't have that like background.
Nope.
Do you still use Run Coach?
Nope. Not anymore.
But you've done it long enough where
I know my run days.
Yeah. You've ingrained the knowledge. So maybe you'll get to a point working out where you're like, okay, I don't need a trainer anymore. I can kind of pick and choose my workouts, and I can get it from Instagram. This person's doing some like Primal Flow bullshit, and I can incorporate that.
Yeah. It's wild because it's a whole like working out now. So my dad used to own a gym in 1998. We had a gym for a few years. And so personal training back then is completely different than now. Have you seen these apps?
Mm-mm.
Bro, I get full, like, here's my sets, and you start the app, and then you can put in how many reps you did and how much you weighed.
Yeah.
And then if you don't know what the exercise is, you click it. It's got a full video to show you what to do.
Is that her app?
It's an app that she uses.
Okay.
But then all her information's in there, because then she's got messages in there like, hey, on this one, be careful what you do here. You need to focus more of your weight on your heel rather than your toe, and this, that, and the other.
That's good.
Or go hard here, or make it, the weight just heavy enough where you get to the end of the set and you're struggling to finish, but you can finish, that kind of stuff. I mean, then she gets all that data too. And then she tells me when I need to take progress photos. It's like, it's all tracked in there. And
That's
so
good.
I have day one photos in there of when I started with her. And then every month I have to take progress pictures and everything, and I have to measure everything. And so when it's coming up on February's, when I take February's, I can put it side by side to when I started.
That's badass.
In December, I think I started, maybe. But It's cool as shit.
How long is this program lasting?
Until I don't want to do it anymore.
Okay.
Or until Heather doesn't want to be my coach anymore.
Is there like a point where it like shifts a little bit? Like
I imagine if I decide I don't want to focus on, a running program and I want to focus on building like a rock solid chest or gigantic arms, then yeah, maybe I would say, hey, Heather, I want to do this. And then she would switch to that.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I've been telling y'all since you started this podcast, y'all need to have her on.
We need to then.
Yeah.
She's awesome. I mean,
she's from Austin?
She lives in Austin now.
Okay.
They're from Arizona. They just moved here not too long ago.
Is it the Incredible Shrinking
Mom?
I have it in my saved.
Yeah.
I need to reach out to her.
Yeah, y'all need to reach out to her. She's got an incredible story too, and how she became a personal trainer, and she puts her life out there every day. And awesome person.
Oh.
You got to have her on the show.
What made you want to come back into working out?
I remembered how I felt when I was working out before.
Yeah.
And then, you still got all this loose skin. You got to do something with it. And it's not that running wasn't doing it for me. It's just I needed that extra element. And I didn't realize how weak I was until I started doing that.
Yeah. If I wasn't addicted to running, I'd lift more.
Yeah.
Just all the time.
People have no clue how addictive it is.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you were battling with us for a long time. You're like, I just need to work out. I'm not trying to run. I don't want to lose muscle or whatever.
Well, it's true. You do lose muscle. Like,
yeah, not Nick Bear.
Not with roids, huh?
Naturally.
Did you talk? Did you talk to her about all your transition, like the way your body is? Do you think is she able to turn some of that stuff around? Does she think that she can do some of that stuff?
Yeah, I've had to paint like different things. We don't go too deep into some of those things, but she understands my goals, and I'm gonna let her run the program, and I don't question it. The only thing I may do is I move it from one day to a different day, but if it's on there, I'm gonna do it.
He's not doing it at all. He has his own.
No, it's not.
Her
like
name's
that.
marked off as James Hicks.
It's yeah. And I have them buy one get one free training program.
There you go.
He puts it in his training plan.
But I had expressed that I had some knee pain. When I went to the doctor, I told him how bad my knee was. Like when I run, no problems. Steps or ladders, it gives out every time. Like immediate pain. I can't do certain bend downs or whatever, and I have a real sharp pain in here. And I told her about that. Like I was like, hey, I'm just letting you know, squat day is a little tough. Lunges, a little tough. I have a lot of pain. And she's like, wait, what? Tell me where, tell me how, tell me when it does it, whatever. And then come back and completely change my program and then reteach me how to do certain exercises to avoid that. But it's not necessarily an avoidance. It's building strength around that knee. And it's actually getting better. Like I did lunges today. I had no pain. That's the first time I've worked out where I had no pain.
So give me some specifics. What was a specific workout that after you told her? So what were you doing before? You were doing squats and lunges?
Yeah, it was like squats and deadlifts and stuff. And so it's how you shift your weight on your heel or your toes when you're doing your set or whatever.
So does she put you all like you step on something?
No, it's more focused on keeping the weight on my heel when I'm coming up rather than on the ball of my foot.
So you're still doing the same exercises?
I haven't changed any exercises. Okay. It's how I'm doing the exercise.
Oh, interesting.
So just different little things like that.
Did she point you to some knees over toes?
Why do I know what you're getting at?
Oh yeah,
I just wanted to see.
I still do knees over toes.
Do you?
Yeah.
What? Well, I mean, like those specific workouts, like pulling something.
Like I know. Oh no, not pulling something.
Or walk.
We do knees over toes whenever you're doing lunges.
Yeah.
She recommended that.
It's in my training plan.
Like what kind of lunges?
Forward, back, side, weighted.
Oh wow.
The overhead walking lunges, all of them.
So it sounds like it's not just like conventional workout. It sounds like it's like more functional movements too. Huh?
It's not even just that. It's like, hey, tell me what kind of exercise equipment you got, and I'm going to build your training plan around you.
Oh damn.
So I said, hey, I have adjustable dumbbells, I have a bench, I have some resistance bands, and I have a mat, and I have a big ass shop. I can do whatever you want me in there.
Shit.
And then I get into it, and it's like, okay, what do you think I should have? Well, you should probably have a squat rack, or you should have a, maybe a pull-up bar, or, be nice to haves. Those are all nice to have things.
The pull-up bar is amazing, man.
Yeah. I mean, if I could get a rack with one built into it, that'd be good. But then I don't want like all these free weights and shit. Did you get one?
I'll give you mine for
Mike
free.
wants to give away his.
I was gonna sell it, but I'll give it to you for free.
We'll take it.
We'll take it home today.
You know how scared I was coming here
Why?
today? I am not worried about the cameras or the podcast or anything. Because every time we get together, I end up getting signed up for some shit that I don't want to do.
Well, we were gonna bring up this race.
So
every time.
actually, I was saving this for last, but we're gonna do a 50-miler.
You're fucking crazy.
Well, sometime we don't have a date, but
Low pace.
It needs to be before summer. And I'll do it
when is summer officially?
Did you hear what he
July?
just said?
Yeah, he needs to be before.
Did
summer.
you see what he said after that?
And I'll do it with you. Yeah.
We got that on camera, so
Yeah, you can't take it back. No take backs.
It can be edited.
Not that part. When does summer officially start? Is it July or June?
It can get hot in April, May. I mean, my birthday's in May, so I'm telling you, it can get hot.
Okay.
Memorial weekend is May 26th.
What if we don't find an official race?
Oh,
What if we just go do one?
I was about to say, does it have to be official? Because I'm thinking it needs to probably not be official. Or do you think it's got to be official?
we're different. I want it to be official because I like how those races are. Like
You're competitive.
I get an energy from the people being there, and I bet you there's some camping. There's like some aid station stuff. I like that kind of stuff.
You're like a social butterfly that needs to win. Or to be pushed.
I never win shit anymore.
I know, but you just need
social.
that. You just need to try to win. You suck.
He doesn't understand that people are different.
Y'all all ran faster than me on this grit thing, so it's like I like the team. Well, we're not doing a team thing anyways.
We're doing team 50 miles. I'm doing the grit thing this year. I'm doing it again, but I'm going to do the 50 miler.
Yeah, and you're not doing it as a team.
Yeah, I'm going to do it by myself.
Yeah, so it's not team.
I know. I just said I'm not.
You
doing
see how
it
pissed he looks because he wanted to do the team one.
No, because he's going to do the 50 miler too.
I did say I was going to do the 50 miler.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we're doing it.
You only have to run from noon to midnight.
It's not bad at all.
I mean, it sucks. Don't get me wrong. So I'm not even saying I'm in on that one because I'm not going out there in knee-high mud. I don't give a damn. Not happening.
I would try it. But evidently no one did. Or no one finished. So
yeah, that last lap for me, I did our last lap. It was tough because it was
strong,
it was really hot.
Yeah,
I
felt strong.
Totally go a different route. I wouldn't run as hard on the first set. Yeah. I would totally slow my pace down and focus on finishing rather than trying to be fast. Because honestly, I was fine with that thought of just going out and do my thing until this guy starts talking about, well, what place are we in? And then we need this and all that. And then you start thinking, shit, all right, I'm going to try to do my part.
I wish I was healthy. I wasn't healthy. I wish I felt like I did this weekend when I ran 10K that I think I would have been completely different because I was hurting the whole entire time.
Yeah, the standings never came out, did they?
No, it didn't matter. What did it matter?
Well, they were gonna recalculate because they lost track of all the trackers or whatever. So they're gonna look at all the footage and see what we need to follow up, man.
So I went back and did some thinking. This is
he did all the work.
No, I did some thinking based on the times, and it's very accurate that we were beat by over an hour.
Yeah, because that group, those kids, man, they were killing it.
Yeah, they were lights out every time.
I don't know if even one of us beat one of their team members.
They had one team member that ran. It was the time I went. Whoever their number 2 person was.
I came in first the last time. Yeah. I think that's the only time I actually came in first.
Yeah. I don't know. I got one twice.
Really?
I don't even know how. The team must not have been running that time or something. Because I came in and they were surprised too. Like, Bike,
what the hell?
Is that you?
Yeah.
Like, it's
so
weird.
50 miles. What kind?
I don't even care where we do it. I'm kind of wanting to go. Like, it'd be nice to go to Colorado and run it there, but I think we'd be crazy to do that first time.
Altitude.
Elevation.
Yeah, I'd say we do it like in Austin or like Hill Country somewhere.
Austin be fun.
Like make a weekend out of it. Like take the family. Like they do something fun and then we go run. But do like a 50 mile and like make a day of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it would literally be a day.
The girls can hang out and.
Yeah,
that'd be what
we can do fun stuff too. Like as a family, we can go and do something relaxing, whatever, after the run.
You'd almost have to do like 12-minute miles.
Something. Yeah, we were talking about. I mean, nothing crazy. Like
real slow.
8 minutes.
Walk sometimes if you want.
8 minute mile.
Yeah.
But Austin, I think has I think you can do like 2 laps and it'd be 50 miles on one of the trails. But it doesn't have to be Austin. But
does it have to be on a trail?
It'd be like,
aren't they hybrids like half and half over?
Yeah, I think it'd be nicer to do trail that way your legs don't, because when we did the 32 or 31 miles, our legs were hurting, and my legs weren't hurting as bad when we did the grit.
We also, what we do, 25 miles or something, 26 miles a piece.
Yeah, so it was a little
Did
less.
21.
21, so
yeah.
it's a little different too. But yeah, on the concrete is like shock. It's like a shocking.
Well,
like,
especially you with no shoes.
Yeah,
no,
he's crazy.
I wore the red ones too. They're like nothing to those.
Yeah.
It hurt at the end, man.
My feet, I was wearing the Saucony ones. My feet were toasty.
But
I think we'd do a hybrid though.
Yeah, I'm about to upgrade some shoes. I'm gonna get out of the Nikes for a little bit. I want to try something new. Maybe some Hokas, or maybe I don't want the Ultras or whatever.
Ultras. You don't have to get this one though. You don't have to get this one.
I don't like the zero drop.
I don't like running on the road in zero drops. That's for sure.
Yeah,
I like
those have a place, and it ain't concrete.
No, absolutely.
No, I'm either the Sauconys or the Hokas. I'm gonna try one of them out.
Mm.
So, I mean, one more question about the diet change, because you run every damn day, like a lot. You run a lot. With the diet change, have you seen any difference in that, and as far as your endurance and strength and working out? Like, have you seen that difference in the diet change?
Confidence in running, because I'm not focused on whether my stomach's going to be upset or not. So that's a whole different mindset shift to know I can go out my door and I can run where I want to run and not have to worry about it. Like this weekend, I ran all over town. You know, I think I ran 8 miles, and I didn't worry about it. Just that alone makes me run better.
That's good.
Performance-wise, I don't see any difference. I imagine for the weightlifting, the extra protein is probably helpful or whatever. But I think like I said, eating keto and eating carnivore is so close. I don't see much difference other than an increase in protein.
Are you going to take any supplements? Are you thinking about like protein shake or anything like that? Creatine?
No. See, I've thought about creatine. There's some things I want to do, but it will upset my stomach.
Creatine?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I can't even take a probiotic. I break out in hives and my stomach goes crazy.
Have you ever taken creatine before?
Yeah.
Really?
Way back in the day.
Shit.
Back when I was a fat boy.
What kind of creatine? Did you take creatine?
It was from GNC. I don't even know.
There's 2 types. The monohydrate's the one you want to get.
Yeah.
You can do like a slow load too.
Yeah. So like Nick Bear's, I looked at all like his greens and his reds and all that and all those supplements that you can take.
Yeah.
And man, they're not totally clean. There's too many carbohydrates in it, and I don't give up carbohydrates that way. And then you look at athletic greens. Well, the whole point of carnivore is to get out of greens.
Yeah, no.
Why the fuck would I take a green pill?
I was taking the strong reds and strong greens, and I had to stop because it was fucking up my stomach.
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe I was doing it because I was doing it on an empty stomach. It'd be the first thing I had after a workout, but I stopped because I don't think I was feeling any better, but I know for sure it was upsetting my stomach.
Yeah. I don't feel the need for like protein shakes because I don't want to drink my food. I want to eat my food.
Yeah.
I take things like omega oils, and I take a men's 1-a-day vitamin. Obviously when you're not eating vegetables and stuff, you're not losing everything, but you're not getting as much as you were when you're eating vegetables. But I've always taken the men's 1-a-day. And then I off and on take the turmeric pills, but I haven't lately. And then, I don't take much else. And I haven't, since I started carnivore, I haven't taken a single antidiarrheal pill.
Dude.
I took 6 a day, every day, for probably the last 10 years.
That's awesome.
I'm so excited that you're getting these results. Every time that you find something and you're feeling better, I'm probably more happy than you. So I'm glad that's going on. I was going to ask you about future stuff. We already talked about potentially starting YouTube videos and stuff after school. You're starting to coach now. You're trying to apply those programs, and you have some people interested.
Yeah.
Is there any other things that people don't know about that you have coming up?
I don't think so. I mean, it's all out there. I put my life out for everyone to see it. So when something comes up, you guys are all the first ones to know about it. Am I missing something?
I don't think so. I just want to make sure we're getting everything that you're looking forward to. 50 mile or 2.
I knew driving here. I'm like, there's no way I walk in this room and we don't talk about a race I don't want to do.
Usually it's Mike.
That you love afterwards.
I know. And it's like, yeah, but I'm going to tell you something.
Here we go.
I'm going to make you cry again.
Mike's going to cry.
No, he's the sensitive one. You cry more than me.
I cry watching movies.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, this ain't a movie. This is real life. So Mike's going to cry. I have come to the realization that I can't run long anymore. Period. Unless I have you guys with me.
Really?
I'm serious. It's a heart attack. I get so bored and disinterested that I will stop running from pure boredom rather than push myself, because there's something about this guy right here. Mike will push you beyond limits. I think we talked about this on the last podcast, but I'm going to reiterate it because it's the same thing.
He's a pusher.
He is a pusher.
We had a conversation.
He's a fucking pusher.
What is it?
We'll finish. Let him finish it.
Keep going.
Yeah, but you know, I fucking hate it when he does that shit.
Yeah.
I didn't want to run the race at Grit, but I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to run the race, the half marathon. We went up to College Station and ran together. But the only reason I went is because this fool said that he was still in.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go. I'm glad we did, even though I damn near shit myself.
And I shouldn't have been in on that either.
I realized that when we're together as a group, we're so much stronger together. And, yeah. So long runs are coming back up. So you better get back in it. I already know you're in shape, but you're just turning around. You need to get back into shape so we can go make our runs.
I'm all about going and doing our runs again. We can go early as hell just to make it work. You know, I know you got engagements, you have a bunch of kids, and I don't have much, but I want to do it. I want to go back, go back to Buffalo or go back to Bass, Bass.
Yeah, Tom Bass. Yeah.
I like
the
that.
more confidence I grow back in my stomach, then I want to get back out there and go do those things. Up until a certain point, you don't want to get out and go do it.
Yeah.
That was the only way we can get an advantage over you. So now I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
When I get better, when my foot's getting a little better, I feel like it's making some improvements, doing some of this knees over toes bullshit. We'll see how this weekend pans out.
Yep.
But Mike is a pusher though. We had a long, deep discussion about that.
What was it about?
It was about a fucking hoverboard. So Mike, and tell me if I'm off base at all, but Mike
both agree with each other.
No,
so
no.
I don't even know why we're asking.
Mike is he's a 12-year-old in a 31-year-old body, right? He has
40, but
he has no everything that he is responsible for is in this room, right? So that's all
your ass.
That's all he thinks about is stuff, fun stuff that he wants to do. So we were walking and he was on his hoverboard.
You were pulling a tire.
And I was pulling a tire. I was doing the knees over toes, and then he was on his little hoverboard that he got. So we were gonna do halfway, he switched. I had no intentions. When we walked out, I had no intentions of when Mike gets it, when he gets the tire, I'm gonna do the hoverboard back. No intentions, because I've done the hoverboard.
Right.
I don't want to do it, but he got so pissed that I do it. Just do. He gets a little feminine, like my daughter. He's like, I don't understand why. John,
who's more feminine? No, I don't want to. No, I don't want to. It's the same shit.
I have a reason. I don't want to.
That's it. That's his reason, though. He's got to have a better reason than that.
No.
Why does everyone have to have a better reason? Why can't it just be no?
Why
can't it just be no?
Exactly.
Because exactly what you said. After Grit, it fucking sucked. But then it doesn't mean you have to do it all the time, but you did it and you're happy you did it.
And it doesn't mean you have to fucking push someone all the time either.
But that's completely different.
Pretty close.
No, it has nothing to do.
So he got on this hoverboard, and it spun him. I told him what to do. The hardest part is getting on.
Hold on, no, skip that. No, before that, I was like, Mike, I don't want to do this. Mike thinks that my life was non-existent until I met him, and he thinks my life ends when I leave this house. He doesn't understand that I live
that I laughing so hard about that.
It's true. It's fucking true. So he doesn't understand. Maybe John tried this in fucking 10 years ago, and you don't like it. That's what it is. So anyway, he was like, just try it. I don't want to. Just get on it. I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna try it, and then I'm gonna get right back off, just so he can shut up, because I thought he would shut up. And then it turns into, you don't want to experience life. Wrong. You don't want to experience life, John. This is the meaning of life, experiencing new shit. He tries to get philosophical over a fucking hoverboard. It's
all about peer pressure with Mike.
Yeah.
Well, he got on and the fucking thing spun his ass around and he almost fell. And he said, I don't want to do it. So we had a long conversation. Like it dug into the next podcast. Like we almost were late for the next podcast, but it was a good conversation. It's good conversation that you can have when you can talk shit to each other and be kind of serious, and then we can leave.
I feel like we can all, like, there's certain people that we know that we can't have an open discussion with. But I feel like if I had something to tell you that maybe was contrary to your beliefs or something, like to call you out, like, hey, I don't think you're doing, like, I think you would take it right. And I think like we would all take it right. I think that's like a comfortable friendship or a different kind of bond that we can have with each other.
But that's different than going, if you don't do this race, you're a pussy.
Yeah.
That's totally different.
I like that relationship we have, and I think we should always, like, I don't know if it's once a month, once every 6 months, once a year, we all go out with the understanding, because this sucks for me too, this sucks for you too. Go out and do something that fucking sucks, you know, because that's going to build our friendship. And also at the end, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that.
Yeah. What is your definition of sucks though?
Well, it's kind of like Rogan does with that month where they don't do drugs or drink alcohol or whatever. It's like, just do something with your friends that suck, and it all sucks together, and then you get through it together, and it's like a thing that builds camaraderie and it brings y'all closer, and y'all start to respect each other, and y'all went through something. It's like,
so is yours going to be hoverboard? You want everyone to ride a hoverboard?
No, but like these races we do, or maybe we, branch out and do like obstacle stuff like one time, or do something that we're all uncomfortable with. Because I don't want to do obstacle shit.
I'd be open to that.
I'll do it one time.
I'll try it. I'll fuck around with it.
Yeah, you don't want to.
I just don't want to do it in the wintertime where you got to get wet, and I'll freeze like a damn old muddy wet
shriveled dog.
But that's the coolest shit, doing that as a team. Some of the obstacles require you to be a team. Like, you get on John's back to get up this higher point, and I'm pulling you up at the peak.
I mean, we were signed up to do one. We can't help it that Corona happened.
But you really didn't want to do that one.
I did not, but I paid for it.
Yeah. But don't get it twisted. I don't want to do this shit, but I know what the, kind of the after effects are. I know it's going to be nice, and that I did it, and I can say I did it, and we did it together. So don't ever think don't think it's miserable.
He is pushy though.
Yeah.
We'll go right back to it.
Well, you ask Courtney. She hangs out with me the most. She knows I'm a pusher.
I love Mike, and I love his vision, and I love his, Mike came and helped me film my little promo thing for Keto Coaching and all that. And he's like, oh, we need to do videos. I'll come do them with you and blah, 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 and whatever. I'm like, cool, Mike, thank you. This is what's going on, whatever. Tomorrow. Hey, you want to do a video?
He doesn't understand that you're busy. You have kids.
It's not necessarily about being busy. And some of it is I'm probably making excuses or whatever, and I need that.
And I know that too.
And I need that. But guess what? I still hadn't made a video.
Well, you did make that one. Yeah. And see, it's no benefit to me. I know. I want to see you succeed, and I want to practice, but I want to see you succeed mostly because I believe what you're doing. I believe in you.
Yeah.
So
I appreciate it.
Yeah. That's the little shit I do though. I do it without fucking. There's no strings attached.
I feel like that's a cop out. That's like the vegan person we had. Oh, it's compassion. Like you can quickly say, oh, I care about you. I want you to try the hoverboard because I care about your feelings. I care about.
Just keeps going back to the fucking hoverboard.
Because that was the most recent.
No, but I've done stuff for you that like. Don't put me on the spot. I have to think. Yeah, but I've done stuff that I didn't need, I've
done stuff for you.
What have you done?
Most recently?
Yeah.
I went and got your laptop from fucking work when I had all the kids, and that was really...
That's pretty good. You can reference that so quick.
Yeah.
I did something for you.
Tell me about it.
I watch your kids. I've volunteered to watch your kids so you and Kelly can go out.
That was last year.
Volunteer. This year? I had to beg him to watch his kids.
Mike, I kept him in my house overnight, so...
Yeah, what are you working at?
Where you at, homeboy?
Yeah, well... Fuck y'all.
What are
I'm
you
fucking helping you.
What are you? I'm not going to bring your... Where's your fucking laptop at?
All right.
Well, let's wrap it up.
Oh, we don't have a time limit.
There's no time limit.
Nah, I'm kidding. We're good.
All right, so where can... you want to say it? Say it.
That's fine. You've already been on, but this might be the first time someone's been hearing you. Right. So what are your handles, man? What's going on?
I got love handles, but...
Whatever.
So you can find me on Instagram. You can just look up jhickstx. And then Facebook, I don't even know what my Facebook one is. I think if you just find me on Instagram and a link over. The easiest way to do it is just go to my website, my blog, justaketoguru.com. And my Instagram's linked there. It'll take you right over there. All my recipes and other stuff on my blog. And yeah, that's where you can find me. Find me on Instagram. Hit me up. Message me. Private message. Whatever.
Love it.
That's how they get to you for the coaching too? Just through Instagram?
Just go through Instagram. Any kind of message. If you have my cell phone number, because some people may know me and just don't know to reach out, whatever, you can reach me out through text, or you can reach me out through Facebook Messenger or Instagram Messenger.
Perfect.
It's probably better on Instagram to do it because Facebook will like put you in this other box that you never check and whatever. So
cool beans, man. It was fun.
Yeah, I always love coming here. Have me back. We'll find some more shit to talk about. Maybe I'll try something else next.
Always.
Maybe after our 50-mile run, we'll come in here and talk about how bad it sucked.
That definitely is something I'm interested in.
All right. Till next time, buddy. Love you.
I always love you too.
Bye.
Bye, guys.